Why the dumbest rise to power? A philosophical inquiry. Why do the dumbest people rise to power? It sounds like bar talk, but it's a question that cracks open the truth about how power really works. Power has little to do with knowledge or virtue. It follows its own logic. Understand that, and you understand why we keep repeating the same mistakes. Machiavelli saw this 500 years ago. Rulers aren't the wisest, they're the craftiest. The prince doesn't need to be wise. He needs to be a fox and a lion at once. He must know how to hide behind a smile while spinning his net. He must give people what they want to hear, not truth, but comfort. Machiavelli wrote, "Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone can see, but few can feel. Those who do feel, who look deeper, are rare." Most people don't want to look deeper. They want to believe that someone else will fix it, that there's an easy answer. Complexity is uncomfortable. A lie is often more bearable than the truth. Nietzsche pushes this further. He describes how laziness breeds a whole morality, the morality of the herd. The herd doesn't want a question. It wants security. Whoever promises security has power. Whether he lies or not barely matters. Nietzsche writes, "People would rather believe a lie that keeps them together than a truth that tears them apart." So the sharpest minds become troublemakers, the ones who annoy everyone with questions, and those who annoy are pushed aside. Meanwhile, the simple-minded flourish. They say what everyone wants to hear. Ortega y Gasset saw this in the 20th century. In The Revolt of the Masses, he warns of a society where the mediocre become proud of their mediocrity. He describes a world where those who know nothing set the tone, not because they must, but because they can. Because no one pushes back. But why does no one push back? Because thinking is hard. Thinking divides. Thinking brings responsibility. Once you see, you can't pretend you don't know. Hannah Arendt showed how dangerous thoughtlessness is. In Eichmann, she didn't see a devil, but a dutiful clerk who didn't think. He simply did what he was told. He didn't think about what he did.
And today?
We live in a world drowning in information, yet slogans still win. We have access to books, studies, evidence. But those who shout the loudest lies still win. Why? Because information is not wisdom. Wisdom is not courage, and courage is not power. Karl Popper nailed it. People crave simple explanations. The world is too big, too fast, too messy. So anyone who offers a clear enemy feels like a savior. The fool at the top is rarely a fool in the literal sense. He's a salesman. He sells fear. He sells guilt. The wise doubt. The wise speak in shades of gray. The wise know. Every solution brings new questions. The dumb have answers. Always. The simpler, the better. Sloterdijk calls this the cynicism of the modern mass. We know we're being lied to, and we play along. Because cynicism is easier than responsibility.
What about us?
We're not innocent. Every silence makes space. Every unasked question opens the door. Every click on what flatters us builds the throne for fools. Plato knew it. Democracy is only as wise as its citizens. When citizens stay uneducated, the demagogue becomes king.
So what's the answer?
More education? Yes. More questions? Yes. But above all, more refusal. Hannah Arendt said, "Only those who think can stop evil." Today we might say, only those who think can stop fools in power. It sounds small, but it's the only weapon. Ortega believed in a nobility of spirit. not a nobility of blood or money, but of mindset. Those who think, question, refuse, they protect the whole.
Is that realistic?
Maybe not. Maybe the loudest fool will always find more followers than the careful mind. But every no matters. Every no forces power to explain itself. Every no shows, we see you. The dumb in power don't fear smarter rivals. They fear exposure. They fear someone laughing. Sloterdijk said, "Laughter breaks obedience. Laughter disarms the fool. Stupidity only looks grand as long as no one mocks it." So maybe the first step is simple. Don't take grand claims too seriously. Don't trust what sounds too clear. Don't accept what feels too easy. Comfort is the fertilizer of fools.
So, why do the dumbest rise to power?
Because we let them.
Why do they stay there?
Because we look away.
What can we do?
Look, ask, laugh. Nothing more, but never less.
Thank you for being here. I heard something. I have to leave quickly. See you.